by, I don't know, some is great and the market dumps. Usually during rate cutting cycles, when quantitative easing begins, the market has like an opposite reaction. Coming out of recessions, the market tends to bottom 6 months before the economy does. In the case of like inflation, core PCE only, and not the world, the problem is it's a poor metric because everything's derivative of oil prices. You have logistics concerns. You have like derivative products that come from oil-based derivation, and they have supply chain issues that are affected. And you have like the cost of transportation for like Pixie Sticks and Smart Food popcorn, and then you have like everyone's offsetting the cost. It incurs this inflation everywhere. And so like to say, oh, we're excluding oil, you can't. So I'd argue that core PCE isn't even fair that's excluding oil, that inflation's actually far lower because once inflation's adjusted for all those variable correlations, you know, we're in a really good spot to possibly cut. And as Warsh said, that I think he's going to, look at things very closely with the communications team he's building and possibly, make another decision that might surprise people in 6 weeks. So I'm not surprised the market's dumping, mainly because the tech narrative is kind of getting thin. There's a lack of like free cash flow. There's lots of capital expenditure. NASDAQ could be done for a little while. The market should be flat for the year, flat or negative. Plus or minus 5% is a healthy time to be in this market. That's a great place to be. And we're kind of near there. So we're up 7% in the year, or maybe less. No, less. SPY annual return. SPY performance this year. I think we started at 7,000. The S&P. No, this is off. Yeah, we're up like 4%, 4.5%. So, yeah, not a great quarter by any stretch of the imagination. And it's buy in May, sell in May, and go away isn't great because you would have missed that jump. But it's hard to say. Like SpaceX is holding up today. Where is this liquidity, dump from everyone? The financing deals that are ongoing with these tech companies getting loans, selling securities, it's all working for them. It's like they're kicking the can down the road. So we'll see. The spec goggles were the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The spec glasses, they are a poor version of Meta's Ray-Ban. So the whole idea is like you're a tech guy, you wear glasses. Like in general, like the disproportionality of people in tech being nerds that wear glasses or have myopic, predisposition. They have vision problems. They assume, oh, you know what? Like as literally like a stereotype of a nerd, everyone wears glasses around me. People love glasses. What if it was like a computer? It's like the most nerdiest thing I've ever seen. Like what if your glasses like could code for you just by what you're thinking? You look at something and you're like, make that, and it like builds it out, or some whatever. Like it's such a nerdy thing. Most people hate glasses. That's the reason LASIK's so popular. Is glasses suck. Like glasses are uncomfortable. No one wants to wear them. The bridge of your nose gets sore. You're behind your ear. This little area gets. I'm not a glasses person, but I can tell you people don't like glasses. Meta's thing failed, the Ray-Ban thing. It's just not that. The sales are not like, it's not there. The Google VR goggle, whatever. Google's Glass didn't work. I think there's some goggles too. They didn't work. Apple's goggles. It's just not a mass adoption event because it's too much. You can only wear those things for so long, and then you get sick of them. You see people going to Erewhon in LA wearing those fucking Apple Glass goggles for like a year, and then what? You look like a fucking homeless, like schizophrenic now. Not that anyone cares, but Evan Spiegel has not done anything for shareholder value with that company. It's such a like $6.4 billion in 2025 revenue, and you can't come up with a way to cut costs so that you can turn cash flow positive. And you haven't since the inception. And your product isn't really interesting. In fact, your app has gotten more convoluted. Your ad revenues are not growing as much as they should. Like, you have 800 million monthly active users. More than that. Dude, give me a break. God, that guy is surrounded by yes men. There's no way you build a product like that that's so clunky. Talk to Oakley. Talk to who built that? Someone in Shenzhen built that shit. You know, someone in China helped them build that. And they're like, oh, this would be good for you. Probably watching like a lot of old Rachel Maddow reruns and like, oh, they like America like black rim, thick glasses. Everyone happy, super terrific. And I'm like, no, we don't like that. It does look clunky. It looks horrible. And there's a picture of Evan Spiegel, the CEO of Snap, on CNBC, and you see the glasses are so heavy that they're bending his like fucking ear. They're bending his ear. It's horrible. It really is horrible. So, yeah, that's no good. That's no good. They're also really long. Like the stem of the glasses, whatever. It unfolds and it goes like past your head. It's like sticking out, like back here. Like how would I like? It's like out. It's like back here. You know, here's your ear. Go backwards. It's like out here. It's like what? Why all that like hidden tech in the what is that? The stem, the legs of the glasses, whatever, the arms of the glasses. It's like, oh, we're gonna stuff all this like tech, Dragon, PCE chips or NVDMe, whatever the fuck it's called, into this like, you know, arm of the glasses, and we just have to extend it a little bit longer. And you know what? It's worth it. Worth it for what, man? How much are you actually doing in augmented reality? Like you know what I mean? Pokemon Go, ready, done. Okay, what else? Like, how much can you simultaneously live your life and wear those glasses and like not feel like an asshole? You know what I mean? Like, how much of it is like you're not like you're interacting with people? The very premise for the pitch of the glasses that people are spending too much time staring at screens. You built a screen that people now have to take with them. It covers their eyes. They can't look away. Your phone's here, drop it. Phone's here, drop it. Now it's just literally like a face hugger. It's right here. Why is that better? How are you supposed to like be focused on your loved ones and your kid who's telling you about his finger paints and like his little Thanksgiving, you know, and you're like watching basketball on a small like screen on your glasses, and he thinks you're paying attention, but you're not. Who's really the victim there? You're the victim. You're depriving yourself of precious time with your child, and he's really deep down will develop this sense of like insecurity that people aren't really paying attention to him because he knows, because kids are perceptive. So what a shitty pitch from a narcissist who is accomplished nothing other than fucking Miranda Kerr. And becoming a billionaire. Touche. Someone in the Austin, Texas scene was on a private plane in my building. They're in my building, and they died today. So let me see if there's anything about that. Tech. Let me see. Do I know this guy? Yeah, man. I've seen this guy everywhere. Joshua Bear. I've seen him everywhere. I've been to parties. He's been there. He owned Capital Factory, which is like if you have no money. It's very sad. Flying from Cabo back to Austin. Yeah, it sucks. That sucks. Oh, New York Times had it too. Oh, I saw this today. I didn't pay attention to it. I thought it was like Oliver Tree. It's a Learjet? Oh, it was NetJets? Yeah, he's in my building, so sad. There's another guy wanted to know if he can use my balcony and jump over to his because he lost his keys. And my building security said he was like a guy. He saw the guy at a bar, and the guy was like, "Security," you know. And he's not a very bright individual, but yeah, he like knocked on my door the other day. He's like, "Can I jump from your balcony to mine? I lost my keys." I'm like, "How about you just go downstairs and ask for the spare? How about you just have security let you in instead of me being liable for you being a retarded person?" Like, you know, bro talk, like barstool conservatism. I have a collared shirt. I'm enlightened. I like Trump. Bro, you're not even popped. You pop your shit, we can talk. You're skating at the bottom of the bedroom slipper. It's all fake. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Like, dude wanted to commit suicide on my balcony and asked me for permission. What the fuck? Give me a break. So tired. I woke up sick. I knew I was getting sick last night. It's just, you know, my autoimmune disease, when I get sick from my flight from LA, caught something on the plane, it like fucks my shit up, you know? So, I was playing chess today. I was very angry I lost. It was tight. But I looked at my like record versus the person. It was 10-6 my favor. I was like, I'm blaming it on the illness. You know, it was like really tight. And the person like, I felt like they cheated at the end because they kept like coming up with these crazy moves, like moving their king around like in a circle. I'm like, you fucking with me? You know? I should have thought about. I was maybe moving too quickly. I should have thought about. Okay, I'm winning. I have you on the run, and then they box the king in and like goes around and like I can't do anything, and then now I'm in check, and that's all she wrote. I don't trust some people. Chess.com, the cheating's unbelievable. Lee Chess, less so. Like Lee Chess, I'm like 1700. Chess.com, I'm like 1300. I lose to people that are like 900 all the time though, and they like all of a sudden just fly up and play like crazy. And I look at the stat, it's like 88th percentile, 1900. I'm like, They're 900 though. They're just like started playing with a computer or Stockfish later in the game. It makes me very angry. Let's look at the news here. So I guess I can't. Oliver Tree. I guess this like is really. I was looking to buy a plane, but now I don't think I will, or a helicopter. I was in the market for both. Now I don't think that I'll do it. It's too many people. It's really funny. If there was an Israeli defense contractor that threatened Oliver Tree, that's apparently true, for leaving his label or something, or threatening to leave it because he was associated with the label somehow, and then he used a drone to kill Oliver Tree. If that were to come to fruition, I was like, okay, it's gonna get real. Like drone assassinations of like anti-Semites, it's gonna get really real. It's like we can't, Nick Fuentes. That's the only way we can get to him. We go to In-N-Out Burger. Where does he go? Culver's or Cane's, and just like he's in line, and the thing just flies into his window. He's rolled down for the the drive-through. It's the only way. It's the only way they're gonna get him. Knock on wood, of course. Dude, he's the man. I did Looks Maxine before. When I'm skinny, I look pretty good. Okay? And it's really not that interesting. Oh my god, dude. Is that real? Dude, you should see this angle. Can I show you this? This angle of Evan Spiegel. He looks like he's wearing grandma glasses that are a parody. You know what I'm talking about? Like Elizabeth Taylor glasses. They can't be real, dude. What? It's not really glasses. That's like a fucking monitor for your face. Bro. They're like Elton John glasses. Yeah, that's what they're like, dude. Anyway, it's so bad. Iran law. I wanted Iran to win the soccer. That would have been awesome. I hope that they do. I hope they stay in it. Helen of Troy is supposed to be quiet during a theater play. Wait, is the Odyssey really? Is Helen of Troy really that girl? Helen of Troy, Odyssey, Nolan. Is it really her? Really? The woman that moved 1,000 ships? Yeah, bruh. God, the studios are just... It's brutal. Dude, what? What are you... Dude, no. I'm sorry. Just no. No. Nope. I'm looking at different pictures of her in different movies. Nope. You know what a beautiful woman... Like, there are gore... You know, pick Vincent Castle. Vincent Castle. Here, myself. Look up a girl that's like a attractive black woman. What's her name? Is it Tina Kunaki? Is that her name? think this is her. Yeah, okay. That's an attractive woman. Tina Kuniki. Someone like that. That is an attractive black woman. Like, okay. Tina Kuniki. Okay? Attractive black woman. Good looking black woman. That is a beautiful woman. This like super basic bitch black girl like is almost like politics to normalize like mediocre people and like give them a platform so that they further oppress other groups just because of the superficiality that is the color of their skin, that they need more because of oppression, but in doing so you're oppressing other people that are more talented, because there's just nothing about her that's particularly interesting. And I'm sure she's a studio pick. Vincent Castle has gotten like kind of downgraded, I'm not gonna lie, but his ex was so fucking gorgeous black. It was fucking gorgeous. You know, it's funny when you hit top tier, when you get top tier and you've had it, like Russell Brand's really successful and his wife is like so basic. You know, Aldous Snow would date a supermodel. He could date some super hot girl. It's like easily could. And sometimes you find people with like a great soul, and they're just not that, you know. And it's like right now, I'm seeing someone. I used to like to date girls like 5'10", 120 pounds, you know, little scars on their like hands, whatever arm because they cut themselves in high school, daddy issues, you know, maybe a C-list model, whatever. They are like, I just don't care right now. I don't particularly care. The person, I do care about them. And with my like health issues and stuff, they've been there and they're awesome. So they're way different. So life will come at you and throw you curveballs. So I don't know, but I would say he likes black girls, but his new black girl is not as hot as his old black girl. And that's okay, because maybe she's a bitch, and maybe the new one's awesome, you know? God, that girl, Tina Kuniki, that is a hot bitch. Kind of like has a thing for black girls. That's fine. But the first one was way hotter. So she must be, time to move on. And usually you find something that's refreshing, you know? Yeah, bro. Yeah, the handles of the stems of the glass. What is the word for that? I just want to make sure I get that. Glasses parts. Man, yeah. What is that called? It's called the temples, the hinges. Are they called temples? The legs. Okay, the legs. The legs are just so much longer than the glasses. I don't like also that the end of the glasses is like really thick. It gets wider. I don't like that, man. I don't care for this. I've talked about this ad nauseum. His ear is just squeezed down. Like, it's not good. Evan has some skin issues, man. Yeah. Something work on that. He's not eating well. Huh? What's it for? Sorry. Focus. Asian kids are adorable. You know, like they're so smart. They're so talented. They're so like. Why can't I think today? Precarious. They have this like inquisitive mind. They're loving. They're they have their little head. Like I don't know. Their cute little hair. Their big eyes. They're big when they're babies, or some of them are. One species of Asian kid. I don't know, but they're very cute. The one I'm talking about, the big eyes. There's one little girl on Instagram who like scoots around in this little trolley, like dun 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 dun, and she does these little. She's having such a good time, dude. Yeah, Nick can say what he wants. It wouldn't hurt to have like a nice Asian daughter, you know. Wouldn't hurt at all. Wouldn't hurt one iota to have a nice Asian daughter. It'd be nice. It'd be a great thing, I think. It's like I marry a girl with borderline personality disorder, and her mom is awesome, and then everyone wants to fuck my daughter. You know, it's like you reap what you sow. You know, maybe you have an introverted Asian girl, also sexy, cute girl, daughter, whatever, you know, beautiful, and yet is less inclined to have that seeking affirmation. I'm working all the time, making the bread, private school, go to Georgetown, Hoya Saxa. Hey, bitch, kind of need you to focus, you know, and not be all about the boys, and know that I'm focused and I'm trying to do my best for you, but you don't need to like then sexualize yourself and seek affirmation from other boys, you know, and just get good grades, join Mensa, and marry someone who's in investment banking. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Is that real? Oh, that's funny. The nose job thing with Clav takes time. It takes like at least a year. So, unfortunately, the definition of the tip, he's not going to have that for a while. That's the reality. So don't expect any miracles there. See, when you do anything with the nose, even if it's not related to that, it blows it all up. So the tissue's going to be like very thick and lots of edema. A couple is keeping their baby that isn't theirs after IVF screw up. Jesus. How the fuck? Oh, God, what a story. It's so bad. The Raging Cajun. Apple developer support sucks. A friend of mine who's a woman with autoimmune disorder who's married had her mother yell at her husband, and she yells at her husband all the time. She blames her husband. She's bitter that she's sick with long COVID and blames short-tempered, blames other people way too much. Never considers that it's hard to be married to someone who's sick. That is hard, especially as a woman where you can't take hormones and stuff to help you, like testosterone. You can, but it's delicate. Anyways, the mom chews him out. And it's supposed to justify that he's not being careful with the kids or being there for his wife. And it's dude, I know he is. He forgets to do the dishes. That's not catastrophic. The guy's also the only person bringing in the money. So you married a guy and he was fine. Then you got long COVID and sit in your bed all day. And that means that he's not doing enough. He's just who he is. He tries. He just disappoints you, and part of that disappointment is exacerbated by the fact that you're sick. I'm sick right now. My mind's not working so well today. A little bit of a headache. My nose is all stuffed up, but I go forward. I don't blame anyone. I don't blame anyone. I don't blame Dr. Frankel at the Lasky Clinic for making my ear right there a little floppy. And so when I put headphones in my ears now because of the cartilage and everything that's been removed from my nose, they all fall out when I run because my ears are not as stable. I don't blame them though, because that was my choice. I wanted my nose fixed because I couldn't breathe and I thought I had trigeminal neuralgia. Long story. But you gotta take ownership of the fact that you're sick, and that makes it difficult for your partner. You can't just say he's such this or that. I'm what are you? What's your net benefit? It's till death do us part. Yeah, that's easy to say, but there's no consideration that your husband has to put up with your melancholy attitude. your anger and like resentment and like self-pity is not easy to be around. And it's like, oh my God, he's gonna leave her eventually. There'll be some young girl that, like, you know, that's what's gonna happen. And she'll just have to deal with it. She wants people to, like, she wants a mediator, right? Like all this like pre-divorce stuff. You're trying to like, he's just gonna be like, fuck off and leave. Like I would. Now I know she's my friend and everything, but it's like, dude, you can't expect a guy to like. He's a good-looking Italian guy. There's plenty of pussy out there, you know? And you're going to be like, you got to do this, you got to do that. Dude, he could just get his own apartment and like get a new young girlfriend. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, like, who are you? Like, it's so stupid. I mean, he could get custody of the kids because she's not capable. You know, she's too sick. That could happen. He makes all like he could easily, you know, go ham. It's not there yet. I'm just saying, like, you just treat a guy like shit all the time and never like give him positive affirmation. It's always like, you did this wrong, and I'm like, what? So many of my guy friends date women that are like crazy. I'm like, dude, if a woman talked to me that way, I would be in jail for murder. Like, no, like, I pay for everything and you treat me like that? What the fuck are you, like, dude, I'd be like, bye. I wouldn't kill them. I would just be like, bye. Like, you can't leave. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Bye. I'm going to go get a blowjob right now. I'm already getting one. She's under the table because of your attitude. So, like, what the fuck do you, like, you're over 40, okay? You're married. You're living off disability from, like, you know, SSDI, and you're matched whatever work. It was a very lucrative job on Wall Street, and so you get like an awesome whatever disability in perpetuity. But he actually makes money. He actually, you know, is there doing a lot of the stuff. He pays for the maids and all that stuff, but he's not doing enough. I'm like, that's just a recipe for disaster. She just doesn't get it. She doesn't understand. Like there can't be a woman that would put up. Yes, there's some young girl where he's just going to enjoy the lack of responsibility. That's the point. That's the point. There is some girl out there where he can just enjoy being, like, having fun. Do you see? Like, no responsibility. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have to do the dishes. Just as you were fine with him the way he was until you got sick, and then you felt like slowly but surely became more bitter at life, not really him, and you're using him as a scapegoat. It's kind of hard to be friends with someone like that. It's like, I see her treat the guy like shit. I'm like, I'm friends with her. I bought him a cashmere sweater for Christmas. I felt bad. Bought her a leather jacket. Like a $500 one, you know. Bought my friend, like my friend, like a friend at like $2,500 Dolce & Gabbana, like ox blood leather jacket. So that was pretty dope. I'm not trying to like drop it was so cool to find it. I found it online. I'm like, this is dope as fuck. Like, it was such a cool color. Looks awesome. But anyway, dude, it's so hard. You can't treat people like that when they're sick, when you're sick, and you can't, like, he's there, but he's like not doing it the way you want it or something. I don't know. It must be hard, but like, part of it isn't his fault. Like, it is who he is. She wants him like on Adderall or just like to like be more focused. I'm like, you want a drug? She doesn't like taking drugs. She doesn't like getting better or like taking risks in her health. She just wants to be sick. She even told a mutual friend of ours that she likes the label of being sick and that if she got better, she wouldn't get as much attention. I'm like, that's called Munchausen's. That's a psychological problem. Sharp Objects in HBO is all about that. Munchausen's by proxy. Dude, that's narcissism. That's crazy. Clinical like a clinical disease version that's like beyond narcissistic personality disorder. It's worse. I want to go fuck Vincent Castle's ex. Dude, this girl's money. Fucking money. She's a little too black for me, though. I'm just kidding. No, I can do it once, not tell anyone about it. Just for early in the evening. Stay at the Hotel Bristol. Something like that. I got to figure out what I want to do with my body, with my soul, testosterone and everything. I do have to figure it out. Give me some blood work on Thursday, see where I am. Yeah. So I just don't know what I want to do. Do I want to be like ripped again? Do I want to like keep dieting? I don't know. It's tough. Anyways, the war seemingly is over until Israel breaks the treaty and blames Iran's retaliation as being over the top, probably through Hezbollah and Lebanon. And market's a little scary right now, but whatever. Arrivederci.